Coming up in this captain's vlog, I hit my boat again with a hammer. I chat with the neighbors.
What are you doing? Huh? Building a nest? Just don't come over on my boat. My boat's over here.
And I build a solar arch for less than 200 bucks. All right, good morning. Today I am going to start on removing all this stuff here. So I got to remove the barbecue pit, the propane bottle, and this mast here for the antenna is leaving because I'm going to put a solar arch right in here, and so I have to make way for that. That's the first step of this job. Step one is done. There we go. All right, so I got the barbecue off. Now the next part of the project is to get this radio tower that was just kind of slapped on the end of the boat here a long time ago off. It's just bolted to the back hatch there. And also look at this, like they welded like these braces on. They're steel, I guess. And just bolted it to the safety rail on both sides. But what a schlocky job. What I think I'm gonna do is take it off, pull the radio cable out, and then take it back to the ranch and cut it right here. And then I can come back, bolt it back on, and put some sort of cap, you know, so water can't get in there if a wave came over the back of the boat. And then I'll run these cables, the gas line, through that hole, because I have to remove this next. And I think that might be a good solution for it, and it'll utilize the hole that they already had in the boat, and this very heavy-duty metal thing, which I'll just, like I said, just cut it off and put like a cap. Oh, I didn't mention before, the plan is to rerun the actual hoses right through the deck floor here, and then put like an actual 5-gallon propane tank right here in this part of the floor, in this milk crate, which I'm going to secure to that spot. So the whole system will be removable and serviceable and safe. That's the plan. And out of the way, so you can't really see it. And then I'm gonna build like a little tabletop surface that sits on top of the tank, so that that space can still be utilized for drinks or whatever. I wish I had a ratchet. No washers, just bolted straight into a piece of wood, it feels like. Schlocky job. This one also didn't have a washer, but the bolt came out. So I gotta get all 4 of those out. This one didn't want to come out. Frustrating. That really is frustrating. Stuck. Plan this out very well, did I? Quick shot of my work that I finished or started today, and kind of sort of finished. I got the pole out, leaving a nice big hole and 4 other holes that I need to fill. I got rid of the or stored away rather the grill, and and got ready to take down this thing, the gas. So I'll keep you posted. Sunday, there's a whole bunch of people just like chilling in the parking lot, watching me talk to myself. No one's behind me. Good morning. It's the next day. I am just going to do a quick overview of the work that I managed to complete yesterday. The arch that I built right there. This is the first stage. I used these plastic caps, these guys right here, that I bought from Amazon. There is a piece of PVC pipe right in between these two pieces right here, and you'll notice that everything's really loosey-goosey. I placed everything, measured everything, set it all up, but it's not tight in here yet. There's a couple different issues. First issue is that the tubing that I'm using is wider than it's supposed to be, I guess. And that screw is going to be too short, so I have to get a few more of these screws that are a little longer. And I also want to get like some sort of washers, some little like plastic spacers that I can put in there so I can make that nice and snug. You'll see right now, it's pretty loose right now. So the next step is to dismantle everything that I did yesterday, take it back to the ranch, and reinforce these tubes. My plan is to get some 3/4 inch wooden dowel rod and insert them down inside the PVC tubing, and hopefully that'll stiffen it up and make it strong enough to maintain itself. Down here I connected this back rail with another one of these clamps right here. Then up there I will probably just lash this somehow, maybe just some nice rope or something, and lash it to the back rail so that it won't sway around. But that's the plan. Over here you'll notice that I got my propane tank off the back rail, which I really like. I like having this all open so I can see out the back here. Anyway, so the next part of the plan is to remove everything I did yesterday and take it back to the ranch and fortify it. So I set about taking the whole thing apart. Here are a couple screen grabs of the specific bimini caps and jaw clamp brackets. I ended up using the full bimini set plus an extra set of 4 caps and 4 more jaw brackets. In total, I spent about $50 on all the nylon bimini fittings. Well, it all came down much faster than it went up. Took me all day to figure that out, get it up there yesterday. So like I said before, now the next step is to take all these pieces and basically shove a carbon fiber, aka wood dowel, down the center of it and epoxy glue it all the way down. And hopefully at that point it'll be strong enough. Okay, back at the ranch. Little pause, I got all my dowel rods laid out, measured. So they're gonna slide into the gray PVC pipe pieces that I made. And I'm gonna glue them all together with this stuff. Clear weld, epoxy, 2-part epoxy. It's $23 for these guys, so you know, hopefully it'll work. It says it does wood and PVC, so I think we're in luck. Back on the boat, and I have completed the task of adding glue and dowel to each one of these rods. You can see the dowel rod in there that I epoxy glued in. It does quite a bit for the strength of these things. They're definitely not as bendy. They still have a little bend to them, but they're pretty substantial. They're quite a bit heavier. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to be strong enough. There might be a little bit of play in it, like a little bit of wobble, but I think in general that might be a good thing because it'll kind of move a little bit with the boat. But we will see. This is all just an experiment. I'm trying to get the solar panels up for less than, you know, the thousands of dollars it would cost to actually put a stainless steel arch on the back of the boat here. I priced them out, and the cheapest thing I could find was like 1,400 bucks, and so I decided to do it this way. We'll see if it works. So this is the top piece on the back right there, and you can see in there it's all glued up. Each one of these has a dowel that runs through the middle of it. The dowel doesn't fit perfectly. There is a bit of a gap, and I'm hoping that I just added enough glue that that's not a problem. But we shall see. Now I got to put it all back together again. I drilled small holes so the set screws had something to hold on to. Then for the spacers, I used a piece of nylon hose that perfectly fit the screws I was using. I cut thin slices of the tubing and made my own washers. The back rail was relatively easy, using one bimini cap and one jaw clamp at the base of each leg. Next was the solar panel brackets. These are made of aluminum and cost $16.99 a set. Mounting the solar panels was not hard. There was a set of holes pre-drilled which worked, so I loosely put up each panel to measure where the back set of holes needed to be. Ended up using the wooden storage container tops again to prevent me from drilling into the back of the solar panels. Another win for the wooden storage container tops. The panels I went for were these 100-watt New Power solar panels for $159 for the pair. They are mono module RV marine boat off-grid, so I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm not counting the price of these panels in with the arch. The fittings were $50. I spent $30 on the PVC pipe and another $20 on the PVC elbow and T-joints, $56 on the 3/4 inch wooden dowel rods, and $23 for the 2-part epoxy. Total financial damage done to build a solar arch was $198. Okay, so here's a quick look at the finished product. My solar arch is complete. As of right now, it's complete. I'm pretty happy with it. It's reasonably solid and doesn't look that terrible. You know, that was my biggest concern, was that I was gonna build this thing out of PVC pipe and that it was gonna look awful. But I think it looks okay. The biggest concern I have still is whether or not it is stiff enough. It has a little bit of a wobble to it, and whether that functions in a blow, I really don't know. I ended up lashing the center bar to the back stay. It's not like a super tight lashing. It could actually still move and slip. If I had to adjust the back stay for whatever reason, I could still do that. But that gives it quite a bit more stability. A couple of things I could do is I could add a couple more braces, you know what I mean? Like I could put use these same kind of hinges right here, same kind of brackets, and create an arm that comes down and goes back there, and that would make it more solid this way. And then I could also do like an X pattern like on the back here with 2 more. So there's other things I could do to it, still using the same materials. I could also just see how it works as is and see if it needs to be reinforced. And then, who knows, maybe by then I'll have made some more money and I could like just get the stainless steel stuff that everybody else has got. But this is my budget attempt at a solar arch. stand underneath here, no problem. That's what it looks like from up top. So, I think the back of the boat is starting to look better than it was. I have no idea if any of this is going to work, but I think it does look better. There you go. You can see it behind me. So obviously the next step is to wire this thing up. I've got to do all the electronics. I'm going to put a new battery in. I'm going to rewire. Well, just rewire the whole thing. It's a mess down there. I'll show you that in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of this concept in the comments below, if you don't mind. Somebody out there may have tried something like this before, using the PVC pipe with a core of something else. Like I'm using wooden dowel. I guess you could use maybe something else just to kind of strengthen it up. It does remain kind of jello-y and wiggly. And I don't know if that's going to work, so we will see. But if anybody has experience with this, I'd love to hear your feedback. Thanks. These tiny jellyfish showed up to remind you to like and subscribe. It really, really helps, and I super appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching my captain's vlog. I'll see you next time.
What are you doing? Huh? Building a nest? Yeah. Well, that's cool. Just don't come over on my boat. My boat's over here. You guys can stay right there. Cool?